hard like to even hire you because like you're going to expect they're instantly going to expect that like they can't afford you in a sense.
I,
You know what I mean?
I would have agreed before, but now we're seeing how degrees are just being
Throw it, yeah.
they don't mean as much as they used to because they're
No,
like
they
a
don't.
dime a dozen.
Yeah, exactly. And like even still, like you can still apply for jobs that while you may have a higher degree, like a master's or something, if you apply, that means you're interested. You can still talk. Because like I think the hardest thing, not the hardest thing, I think the most important thing personally is like just getting that first job.
Yes,
Regardless of how big or how small it is, get it on
right,
there, get it on your resume. A whole bunch of nonsense gets taken off, your resume, and then
right,
then you can pick up the pace with that. You know what I mean?
right. Yes, I agree. It's that first job. It is.
Hmm. And especially now, like just like the way I'm looking at LinkedIn and with like
But
people in
but
the
Khalil,
industry, they climb so fast because they understand the system. You know what I mean?
right? But Khalil, well, no. Some people it just works out for them. That's one. Some people know people. That's two.
Yeah,
Because networking is a lot of jobs. It's networking
yeah,
where
it's most of
a
them.
lot of times black folks we couldn't have networked because we didn't have people in positions that you could put down. So
Exactly.
it was always like a struggle for us. But um, to me, just my opinion, the degrees without the education is just a degree. It's not the same. You gotta. It's not. That's you can't say you master something that you never did. Just because you went to school and
True.
got a master don't mean you mastered it. You didn't master anything. You mastered school.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
So, but I think that jobs put that down just to weed people out. So it doesn't mean you won't get it because you don't have it.
100%. Yeah, it weeds people out. It's just easier in a sense. Like
And then
I feel
you
like
got all the all the people who benefit by just allowing their parents help them out. But if you're someone who's got to keep, you got to get hit the workforce because hey, I got no one helping me. You got to get the job.
yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things. Like it's because I am in that twilight realm personally, where it's like the only way for me to move up or just like continue is just like through like just experience. Not I don't even say experience. It's time. Like you know what I mean. And right now, I'm trying to like push through that time barrier in a sense by getting my MBA.
It
How
look good,
much?
Like
money.
It looks good. Well, how much you just started? I mean, wait, when you think you're gonna finish?
when I just did that not too long ago. I think it was like
Khalil,
fall of 2026.
Okay.
Khalil,
Yeah,
look. Does it look good? Just look. Look
is
at the
that
camera.
chicken?
Just look at the camera real quick.
Yeah, is it chicken?
Oh, you are looking. I'm sorry. I didn't see you
Yeah.
looking. I'm sorry.
What
Yeah,
is
the
it?
chicken. Yeah.
Is that an electric griddle or like this one you put on your stove and you heat your
One
stove
you
up?
put on the stove.
Okay. Now, when you do that, like, is it this? Did you? Because I want to get a griddle, but I haven't like done my research, so quote unquote. Um, is it like even? Like, does it burn evenly, or do you have like hot spots?
The coolest spots are probably in the middle between both burners,
Yeah.
but outside of that, no, they're all pretty much hot spots.
Okay.
But
I mean, it's good to have.
that's
It's good to have like a cold spot too, because some might be like cooking
right.
fast and they can move it over and
Right.
stuff. Like I get that.
Not only that, this is a very heavy pan. It's cast iron, right? Some of them I
Yeah.
think are aluminum, but it's a very heavy cast iron, which means once you heat up the cast iron, the weight will distribute evenly.
Okay.
So once you get that pan hot, it's the heat. The heat's going to be all the way through. It's not like it just heats. That's why cast iron pans are good. Once it's hot, the whole thing's going to be hot. So
Hmm.
it's about to start smoking in here because it's on really high. So I'm gonna let that cook for a while before I turn it over.
Yeah. So I want to get a griddle. I
That's
want to see. I haven't like looked at it or anything. I just know I want one. I want to get like a griddle that's like both electric, but you can also put on the stove. You have to
yeah, I've
have that.
seen those. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen those. I only
You know
use
what I
that.
mean? Because like sometimes you just in a place where it's like I'm outside, I ain't got no heat, so I just want to plug it into something. You know what I mean?
No,
And
I
go about your
no.
business.
I get you. I get you. Yeah, I got you. Making that for the week. Khalil, I was talking to your mom yesterday, and I was telling her, I would like her to start changing the way she eats.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I said because I want to take you on this journey with me.
What journey?
Well, it's just eating differently and better.
Oh, okay. What are you trying to? I'm sorry. Let me look this over. So I'm
Well,
actually.
I was just trying to get her off those sugars, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because like I don't. She grazes a lot like Monty and Jordan. Um, but why is this so, like a lot like them?
Jordan's not a grazer.
I mean, I'm definitely a grazer.
You are
Monty's a
wrong.
grazer.
Monty's a racer. Jordan,
Jordan,
I feel like he does.
no,
Maybe because
no,
maybe it was
no,
more like a proximity thing, like
no.
because one of us
He
were
only
eating,
eats
then he'll
one.
just join.
Right. He eats once a day, and it's a huge meal. He does not graze throughout the day.
He eats once a day.
But
I,
Jordan,
I, only, eat, I only eat once a day. But Jordan, he makes a just like a Thanksgiving dinner daily. So it's not like
Oh no, I eat lunch and dinner. I ate lunch and dinner.
no.
I'm
I
starting
only
to.
eat I only eat once a day. I eat once I get home from work.
I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna incorporate breakfast as well. Heck yeah,
so
because
mom, you
I
trying to
get
bake?
so hungry at lunch that I eat too much for lunch, and I'm struggling. So I think just
Yeah, hear me?
What, Monty?
Yeah. Oh, you can hear me. You tried the bacon?
Oh, I did. So I don't. Number one, the one with jalapeno. No, I don't taste it at all. Zero.
like you don't taste the jalapenos. You mean?
Yeah, because he got me bacon that's jalapeno bacon, and the other one is garlic. The jalapeno bacon, I don't taste jalapeno at all. The one with the garlic, it's a little something something, but the taste there's nothing. You can't. It's
Right.
not. It's not strong enough for either one of them to say, "Oh yeah, that's so and so."
We
But
went to
it tastes like it's good bacon. Like the bacon itself is good, but the flavors that they put in it, I'm not really. They're not strong enough.
we well, we went to the Reading Terminal, Sam and I, and they had like all different kinds of
Oh,
bacon.
nice. I love the Trinity Terminal. I mean, if I want to go there and get a gyro,
And
I've been craving a gyro for a good month.
so I just getting like two different types of bacon for love. So Sam's here. Oh yeah.
We should. We should.
Where?
We
Oh, hi,
should make
Sam.
it. Hi, Sam. We should make it a field trip. We all get to the Reading Terminal because I'm telling you, you get there and I tell you, you got to eat the pastrami sandwich. The goddamn pastrami sandwich.
Oh yeah. I had the last time.
And of course, Corinne said, what did Corinne say? What kind of bowl that she likes to get? Something about
Someplace
bowl.
a salmon bowl. Salmon bowl.
A salmon bowl. So she likes the salmon bowl. I like the pastrami sandwich. Khalil is into the gyro. I guess Monty, what you got?
I like the soul food.
Nah, they can take that. They can have that.
I love the term because it's so diverse in there. Like there's black owners, there's Asian owners, Amish
Yeah.
owners. It's
Yeah, I used to work in there when I was 19 and 20. I worked
really?
Come on, you know that.
You never told us that.
I did. I worked in a Jewish deli. I learned about all the Jewish foods that they eat. I worked in a Jewish deli. I worked there. I got Kim a job there. I got Destry a job there.
Wow.
This stupid thing, man.
Got history in there, don't you?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Mom. Oh yeah, my mom. But we went to the prison. Like went to like a prison museum in Philadelphia.
He knows about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was actually pretty cool.
It's an asylum, I believe, right? Was it an asylum or
No. It's not sound though, but it was
Rittenhouse Square?
Yeah, short period was asylum. Yeah, short period was asylum. But it started like 1800s and stopped like it ended at I think 1970. And so we went to the prison. It's pretty cool. Like everything's so old. The design of the prison is very unique. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it is. Because everything kind of goes to the center.
Right. You already know. Yeah.
Yeah, I went there once.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. They, you know, they do like Halloween stuff every year too.
Yeah, I was
Like,
telling them that. I was telling them that.
Yeah, and there's like different stages where like some of them are interactive, like they touch you, like the
Yeah.
people.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a yeah, I had a former classmate in my high school. They do it every year. I don't know if they still do it, but like they do the whole dress up thing and do it for like I think it's like 6 months, 6 weeks or so.
It's definitely not scary, but the fact that it's a prison, which what makes it scary.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't gone to that, but like apparently they do a good job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've done it with some coworkers.
Yeah, I like doing that stuff anyway.
Okay, y'all hear him barking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
Remember that time he was barking? He ran up the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He detects smoke.
Right.
He's like a smoke dog, a fire dog.
He's barking because he sees the smoke.
It's the chicken.
Was it or something? Yeah.
Yes,
You?
he's barking.
At you?
I think he detects the smoke in the chicken. I think he got superpowers.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, something's not right here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he got superpowers. Because he's literally not barking at the door. He was looking at me. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
So, I think he does. I think it's the smoke. Like remember that day he ran up the steps because the smoke detector. He's like, wait.
Yeah.
Which tells you, I don't know how dogs die in a fire, but my dog wouldn't. He gonna tell you.
Like,
My dog
right, man.
is gonna tell you. I should have put the exhaust on first before I started making the chicken, but of course, I mean, I knew it was going to smoke up as soon as I started blackening it. But
yeah, Price don't like smoke. Like when he used to smoke, he used to be backs away. He don't go in the kitchen at all anymore. Like he's still interested when you have anything for him, but he stays way.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what's going on, man, but that ain't right.
He said, I don't know what she doing, but I ain't going in there. Man, my nose allergy. You know what? I was in Macy's. Well, never mind. Y'all don't care about that. That's stupid.
What are you talking about? I mean, well, we have nothing else to talk about.
I bought some jackets out, some blazers. I was looking for a blazer, right? And I went to Macy's and I bought 4 blazers.
That's a lot of blazers. Wait,
That's a lot of blazers. I know, but I couldn't decide which ones I wanted. But they were last chance blazers.
Oh, okay.
So I was just, when Macy's has certain sections where it's like their clearance, their last chance, whatever. So that's why I ended up getting 4. And then, I ended up buying 3 pair of pants. But I brought them home, and I tried them there, and then I was switching them up. I was like, I ended up with like 10 different outfits. I was like, these blazers are kicking ass. I said, this is me talking to me. Who's ready for a job interview? Who's ready for a job interview? I stood in the bathroom and said, who's ready for a job interview?
I don't even know why they fired me.
Yeah, why they fire me looking this good? They got no business firing me looking this good. Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So Monty's got a dog sit for me in a couple of weeks when I go to see Corinne in October, Khalil.
You're flying to Corinne or driving?
Well, no, I ain't driving. If I was like already let go, I could drive, but I got to get there and get back. So I'm going on a Saturday, coming back on a Wednesday. Yeah. Hopefully she has this baby in time. You know.
Oh, because it's due in October. It was doing like this,
Well, she's due on the 7th, but as long as she don't, I mean,
the
she can have
7th of
it.
October.
Yeah, she can have it early, but as long as she don't have it late, which I don't think she will.
How you know that?
They're pretty accurate with the dates. It's rare to be late because you go 40 weeks. They'll induce you. That just and the reason why you're late is because they calculate it wrong. But nowadays they pretty much got that down pretty within a day
Yeah,
or
I was
two.
gonna say like what make like what makes it late? Like what feature? Like
Because you go 40 because you're not dilating yet. You haven't started dilating. So by the time you're at the stage she's at the last month, you go like before the last month. You're like you go like every couple of weeks, every month or whatever. When you get to the end, you're going every week and then checking you to see if you started dilating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the cervix getting ready. So if you haven't started dilating and you're not, nothing's going on, they're like, all right, well, they might take some measurements again. But if the baby is the right weight, the heart rate, like everything is on point, then it should come on time.
What if the baby's like,
Not only that, if you start getting a little late, they'll just probably induce it, have you go a little early. See, the thing about the doctors are, they want to make sure they deliver your baby because they did all that work. A lot of money is in delivery. Now, they're not doing it for the money because they're literally doctors. But you didn't want to do all that and then you don't deliver.
Right.
You end up going somewhere else to deliver.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that either. I put so much time and effort here.
This guy's getting all. You went to this hospital, got this delivery. Nah.
That makes a lot. I never thought of it on from a business end.
Right.
Well, right. So they're not doing it they're not going to hurt you or anything. But, you know, they're like, when do you want to have this baby? Because we can start this contractions. I know when I was having Jordan, he said, listen, we're going to have this baby today. I got places to be. I was like, well, let's do this. Even though I already started having contractions, but it just went on for like 1,000 hours. He's like, well, you ready to do this? I was like, I'm ready. Just bring it, move it, get this going a little faster.
Hey, so I got my own kids to birth. Come on, man, you're cutting into my time now.
Yeah.
I wonder, does labor doctors labor their own kids?
Gynecologists do not deliver their own kids.
Oh, they don't?
No,
that's too much.
No. And it's like you're not your own lawyer. You don't do yourself.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
Well, if you watch the show Presumed Innocence, different.
They say the worst client is the lawyer who defends himself. That's an old saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I think if I was a gynecologist, I would literally deliver my own babies. No, I'm lying. I'd chew off the umbilical cord.
Yeah, like, here you go. All right, you
and then show up to court. Then I'm going to court.
Stitch this up. Oh wait, that's me. I got this.
I don't need none of that help.
Get out the room, man. You're infecting the clean air. That's funny.
Imagine just delivering your own baby. I mean, I know people have had to do it, but that just sound like
right.
Because once the baby's coming, ain't no stopping that train.
Right.
He coming. He like, I'm coming. You be like, can you wait a minute? Nah, I'm coming right now. I'm coming right now. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the rant. Corinne said she was going to go take Pilot out for a walk today.
I was going to say, wait, who has the dog? Is it with you?
Michael. No, Michael. The
Who's Michael?
The original owner. The original owner.
Oh, okay. Let's see, what the heck is Michael?
That's Gil's.
Michael?
That's Gil's co-worker.
So you don't even know what kind of dog it is. You haven't even seen.
Do I know what Connie is?
Yeah.
I do and I don't.
I
Because I
figured.
know I can tell you what she said. I can show you the pictures, but then I get confused on what she says. And
Yeah. You're like, that's not the same. Yeah. It's like, I got your Rottweiler. Like, that's a pit bull.
and Corinne will berate me. And sometimes I don't feel like being beat up on.
Yeah,
Like if I say
her
Corinne,
MO.
she'll be like, I told you, Mama told you. And I'll be like, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
pretty much like that guy right there does. He'll yell at me. I told you. I'm like, okay, tell me again. Sometimes I need to be told again.
Tell me
I'm not
again.
scared.
It didn't click, man. This paper is silly.
What class is this one, Khalil?
This one is it communications and teams? I think it's called communications and team leadership or something like that. I know it's based on communication.
See, that's why I never went back for a master's, because once I had stopped going and too much, like I think too much time. I can't even say what too much time was at the time. Like initially, you're glad you're done if you don't keep going. Because once you're reserved to stopping, you stop. And then when too much time goes by, you're like, yeah, I don't mind learning, but I don't feel like the grades and all that other bull crap. The time, I just want to learn it.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like I'm so focused, like literally, I'm so focused on the grade. I'm not learning any of this. Like a lot of it, it's like common sense you pick it up. There's a couple things here or there, but it's like read this chapter in a week.
Right.
You're not reading 35 pages on a chapter. They never give you just one chapter. It's always
right.
I mean, it's like I'm reading solely what I need to answer the questions for this quiz.
Right.
I am Google. I'm control find. What does this talk about?
Right.
That's that snippet going on.
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's why do you think I don't have a master's?
Look, I'm gonna see how far it gets me. This is only I got like 14 classes. It's only class 2. It'll take a while.
Because if I had actually, when I finished, just kept going, I would have just, if I would have focused, I would have just taken the LSATs. I would have went to law school, and that would have been that. But then I stopped. I pulled back, and I was like, I ain't doing all this.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because I say that because just because you didn't do something doesn't mean it was better.
Right.
There's paths you could have taken. You say, oh, I could have done this or taken this job or made this money or went to this career. And that doesn't mean it would have been better.
Yeah, it would have been different.
It's just different because who knows? It could have been. I could have been driving to work one day and got killed simply because that's the path I was taking. I realized I'm on the path that I'm supposed to be because this is my life. This is my walk.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to take a different walk.
Yeah. That's why I don't like envy where I'm at.
Right.
This is I'm like I've kind of hit the plateau without doing extra stuff right now. So I'm just trying to just get to it. I'm at the point now where because just the way things are going, because of the way just the economy is, jobs and everything are, we've hit that turning point where now there's more people than there are jobs a little bit.
Yeah. I was waiting for it to happen. It's finally happened.
Oh yeah, especially in certain industries, and I think that's the big thing. You couldn't
I don't know if you realize this, but 1.3 million Americans lost a job in the last year, but 643,000 illegals were given a job. So that doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
How do you have that many people lose a job?
Losing jobs, that many people bringing in and taking
half of those jobs literally went to That should not ever happen. So when they say there aren't enough people to employ, there's always enough people to employ. But when you bring more people in, Now you need more people to do more things.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, in my industry, not this industry, just as an engineer, I'm kind of peaked. I can't, I don't want to say I peaked, but like I'm in a plateau, and I feel like whatever jobs, like what I'm doing, jobs have gotten better at reallocating the resources and like kind of like being much more lean in a sense, where it's like, okay, we don't necessarily need this person to do this job. Like a lot of those like indirect jobs, like non like I want to say it like non-direct, where what you do actually contributes like money to the company, they're kind of getting thrown away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to show you something. Type like you both.
And that's exactly what I'm in.
You
So,
both. Okay, I want you. I go on this site every day. So open up another window and type this in. Dailyjobcuts.com.
oh, I can't even spell daily right. Uh, you said .com?
Yeah. So this is posted every day. I'm always on top of the market. So on the left hand side, you see layoffs right here. It says closing. It says hiring in the middle. But the other stuff is just headlines. And this shows every place that every day who just laid off people.
Oh, really?
Every day, this left hand side is listed. On the right hand side, it's all the closings. Like maybe, like I just saw yesterday, I think it was all those big lots, banks. It doesn't matter. You see all that? The top is just different stats on different things. But this thing is they updated every day. This started in 2019. They started this site, but I listened to there's like 4 different market people
Oh,
I watch, and they always go on this every day. And they say, "You want to know who's cutting jobs? Look at this one right here.
yeah.
It's posted."
And I thought I'm looking at this, right? And it's like I'm looking at what jobs are laying people off
Uh huh.
versus what jobs are closing.
Uh huh.
And they're like, I mean, yes, there's some overlap, but it's not really mutually exclusive.
Uh
And I
huh.
think it's much more dependent on like the type of worker that you expect to be there. Like on the left hand side, like universities are laying people off. You got this, you got this, I see a bunch of universities, service care, so most likely people that have some kind of, degree, physical therapy, things of that nature, whatever. But on the right hand side, like Boba's Tea Shop, Alaska Salmon Processor. I saw the Big Lots one. St. John's Hotel, like jobs that don't necessarily need degrees, but like just actually need like manpower in order to sustain. They're closing down, and it's like, because like for jobs like that, you can't necessarily lay people off in a sense. It's like you keep them on site until you literally can't function as a company anymore because you need those workers to actually work. Um, and the reason why I find that interesting is because like the ones that are closing down, like all that's going to do is just add more people to the market. And if you aren't able to market yourself, or if you're in an industry where it's like, yeah, they exist, but like they're in kind of certain towns, and if one town's overpopulated, you can't really do anything. You got to get in the water. But as opposed to like the ones that are being laid off, like you hope that you can find some kind of middle ground. But if everybody's laying people off in that same industry or that same discipline, or like education back, like buffer, when if you get laid off or if you're looking for another job, those jobs are either already being taken or you're just waiting to be the next person in line to get laid off. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Look
So
how
that's why I'm
Goldman
trying
Sachs.
to. Yeah,
Look how
that's why
last.
I'm like,
Look how last week Goldman Sachs let off 1,300 people.
yeah, that's like, and that's it sounds insignificant to like the pool of like how many people are getting laid off. You're like, oh, 30,000 people got laid off. Of 1,300 of them was from one
And
company.
yet they
That's a
tell you
lot
that,
of people.
and yet they tell you the unemployment rate is 4.2, even though it's creeping up. What they don't tell you is a lot of jobs that they did add, like there were 142,000 jobs that were just added. What they don't tell you about how some of them jobs they're government jobs. The government doesn't make anything. Private sector
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
things. So
Yeah.
if half the people are being employed by the government, that's not really generating jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not just that. Like, there's nuance to it too. Because it's like, oh, well, we created these many jobs. Like, did you create it or just change the title? You know what I mean? Like how many, like for that one job you created, how many other jobs were taken away for that? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm a quality coordinator. Well, you had 3 quality technicians that you let go. Did you really create a job? Like at that point, like you're at a net -2 or
Right.
-3 to let all 3 of them go about somebody else because they couldn't, they couldn't pass whatever bar that you had. So it's very interesting. Like, which is why like I'm trying like very heavily to like get a job as a manager because regardless of whatever happens, so long as I'm like in that avenue, that at least opens me up to other possibilities. You know what I mean? 'Cause I
Okay,
can do it.
but you know what? Yeah,
You know
that
what I
does
mean?
because even
Yeah,
though you're in a technical field, you opening yourself up for management. Well, yeah, you've
yeah,
made yourself more marketable.
yeah. That's yeah. Like this is that is 100% my goal with this whole thing. Like I'm not even trying to learn more. Like if it happens, it happens. This is literally just to make myself more marketable within a manager title or something of that nature.
Now, you have a degree in mechanical engineering.
Yes.
Is there like a specialization, or is it just like I don't know?
Oh, so there's how do I explain it? So I will say that like mechanical engineering is the most diverse out of all of the other engineers because like those are more like specializations, but everything ties in. Everything is like mechanical engineers. They have the most breadth, not necessarily the
Okay.
most depth,
Okay.
but we're intertwined with everything because at the end of the day, you're either making things to move or you're making things not to move. And in order to know how to make things move, you have to first know how things don't move. Like in order, you know what I mean? Like statics, which is something that is the study of non-movement, and dynamics is the study of movement. You have to learn statics before you do dynamics. So
Okay.
and I'm just like I guess to dive in, like chemical engineers, they deal with flow and whatnot. Engine
Right.
mechanical engineers, we do that too. While they're dealing with chemicals at a microscopic level, or large case, we're dealing with HVAC systems, which is it's literally the exact same math. And flow ties directly with electrical schematics. Like you can put an electrical schematics and pneumatic schematics. So electrical engineers and mechanical engineers side by side, and they make the exact same thing. So there's a whole bunch of that. But to answer your question with the specialties, it's not necessarily a specialty. Like you can be hired as a mechanical engineer, but there's so many other jobs that have an engineering title that
Okay.
like you can just get in it. Like perfect example, one of Caitlin's friends, she was a chemical engineer, and she's working at the power plant, but she's not really doing like chemical engineering.
Right.
She's doing how to put it. She has a job that requires an engineering. I don't want to say engineering background that requires knowledge that is equivalent to an engineer, and you can like just slot yourself in. It's easier to slot yourself in. That's why they hire like they'll hire a civil engineer to do programming, just because you went through that intensity of work and passed. So they're like, okay, let's see how well you do. People get hired outside of their discipline all the time. Like, I'll put it this way: it's much rarer to find a job in your discipline. Like, it is an anomaly for that to happen. Like even with my dad, he was a mechanical engineer, but he ended up working in the nuclear power plant.
Right. Okay.
So, like I'm mechanical, and there's no technically like quality engineering class, but I became a quality engineer. There's like you can do testing methods, manufacturing, industrial. Um,
So, what's his PhD in education?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but my end goal is solely. I want to say solely, but like my main objective is to become more marketable and like to get out of the individual contributor like status and to get into a management status. Only because like I feel like because like even if everything like let's say like everything hits the fan in some form or fashion, like let's say like another um recession happens like back in like 2009 or whatever year it was 2009 or 08, like and I lose my job, there are still going to be like jobs are still going to exist. Now they're made, yeah, of course, the how many jobs there's how many people are there, but you're going to need people to work those jobs and you're going to need people to manage the workers. So
Right.
even if I can't maintain my job, at least I can transfer over like, okay, this guy has some kind of experience in management. So it's like, all right, I'm not working with, you know, the layman at a Walmart, but I'm the manager at a Walmart and I can get by. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to like this is to future proof myself for when if things get bad, but to also future proof myself to allow me to elevate as well. And it's funny, you know.
It's funny you say that because which is the kind of thing you got to do is make sure you future proof yourself. It's funny because I mean I should have future proof myself. Went on and did something else or more, but I went a different route. And I decided I went in future proof by paying off my mortgage. I figure if anything happens,
yeah. I got a house. I got a house, and I can afford, and I can. Yeah, like I got a house. I got a place to rest, and like even if I get hurt,
at the end of the day, I got a place to live, and it's your biggest expense.
Yeah, exactly. Your biggest expense.
It's your biggest expense. So since I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, because now your business expense is like unless you get a new car, even if
unless I get it right, and I don't plan on doing that. Because if I get
I can do that.
If I get a car, I'm definitely going to pay cash.
Oh yeah.
Unless they offer 0% financing, then I would do that. But I'm not taking on any kind of debt because I'm sitting this late in life. I like that I'm coasting.
Yeah. Which is like kind of the end game too. Like that's why people like the expectation. I can't say specific. Like the American dream is to like find a job, get a house, get a 25 to 30, 20 to 35 year, 20 to 30 year mortgage. By the time you retire, that mortgage is paid off, and if you have like Social Security and whatever, that's just paying like your living expenses that could be in your taxes. Because you can't have a mortgage off of Social Security or retirement's fund. Like to pay off the last bit of it, yes, but to be like, I got 15 more years of this, absolutely.
No. But a lot of people sometimes, Khalil, a lot of people may be close to paying off their mortgage, but the problem what people do is that a lot of them have second mortgages.
Like because they have a second house or something.
No, you can get a mortgage against your mortgage. A lot of people have two mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
So. When you have equity in your house, so let's say you bought the house for $100,000 and now it's worth $300,000. So now you have like $200,000 in equity. You can get a loan for that $200,000.
Yeah, isn't that like refinancing or something?
Well, yeah,
not necessarily refinancing. Yes and no. I forget what
it's called. You're getting a second mortgage off of that, or you can get a HELOC, which is a mortgage. It's still a mortgage against the mortgage. They're the second mortgage. So if something happens and the house does sell, the first mortgager gets their cut, and then the second mortgager gets their cut because it's the debt is against the house. But there are a lot of people who have second mortgages or a home equity loan because maybe they fixed up their house. Mm-hmm. And the cheapest way to get money to do big things is to get a line of credit against the credit in your house. So if you turn around and you get a home equity loan, because you could do a cash out, you can cash out. Let's say I want to cash out that $200,000, which means you're basically back to starting over again, or you have two separate loans. But a lot of people like my age, they have those two loans because they maybe they had a lot of debt and they want to pay off the debt, so they use that, or they redid their house. Stuff like that. That's a kick in the ass if you got laid off.
Yeah, it is, because that's not stopping. They don't stop. That doesn't stop, and they don't care. They want their money, and they're gonna get it one way or another. And they have so much of it that, like, okay, I'll get it in 2 years. But you're only gonna give this to me in some form or fashion, whether you sell it, you sell the rest of your assets, or I gotta own it, and then I'll just sell it again. They're gonna get like you are on the losing end regardless.
The other reason I feel good that I don't have a mortgage is I feel like I can always help Destry or Michelle.
Yeah.
Probably more so Michelle than Destry, but because they're alone. So by the end of the day, they'll never be homeless.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Like I feel like no matter how much whatever goes on, like that should be okay. She's got a bunch of equity in her house. I mean, yeah, her house is probably worth. It's got to be. I know her neighbor
It's at
sold
least
her. I know I don't know what it's worth today, but I know when her neighbor sold their house, it went for 500. And
yeah,
that's for her house back in the day for two something. So she's got a lot of equity. But if she lost her job, that doesn't mean she can still pay her mortgage. So at the end of the
yeah,
day, I feel like at least I could help my sisters. Like they'll
yeah.
never be homeless.
Mm-hmm. That makes a
They'll
lot of
never
sense.
be homeless. Yeah. I mean, because here Monty was just saying yesterday, well, Mom, I'll take care of you. I'm like, you really don't. I mean, some kids are different. I don't know. For
Yeah.
me, to have my kids take care of me means I failed. Not because
I think
that's how I
I
feel.
think
If you
it's
took
a
care of
point where
me,
like that changes though.
no, if you took care of me because I got sick or, just something,
Yeah.
whatever, fine. But if you took care of me because I was poorly, I financed myself poorly, I
Yeah.
failed. Because I'm not a child. You're not responsible for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would feel like a failure. So I was like, Monty, like here I'm getting laid off. I said, Monty, I can't really pay my taxes. Can you help me pay my taxes? And I know Monty. Yes, he would help me pay my taxes. That should never
The
happen.
mailman's here.
That should never happen.
Yeah.
I think when you lean on your kids and you're an adult, I think if you lean on your kids and you're an adult because something happened, okay, we can't predict things. Things happen.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
happens to all of us. We don't plan it. But if you fall on your kids because you just poor management, that's not I just think it's not fair to them. Because they need to start their life and do their things, and that takes from them and their children. Now,
Mhm.
if you just needed help because something happened, okay, no, you should be helping your parents. But if something happened, like money, if I lost my job and I don't know, just something happened big, fine. But if nothing big happened, it should be like, well,
Why? Not
why
why.
didn't you plan better? Like, or do you have any kind of savings? Now, if I ran out of my savings, okay,
Yeah.
that can happen. But because as you get older, it's harder to find a job and all that other stuff. But if you just shit out of luck because you're a bad parent, like like a um Corinne's old boyfriend, Omar, like his grandparents, I think they collect Social Security or something. I forget what they collect or didn't do or did do or whatever. And and then he was helping them, and I'm thinking like he's too young, like 21
To
years
do
old,
that.
to be helping his.
Yeah.
Like, why is this a thing? You're too young. Like, you're too young to have that burden. That shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
They need to figure that out, not ask you at 21 to help.
True. I agree.
I mean, it's different if something big happened or somebody got sick or somebody gets sick, you can't plan that. That's different.
Yeah.
But you just poorly planning. It was just like, I don't know. That's just me. So, with that being said, Monty, can you pay my taxes?
Yeah.
Thank you, Monty. Thank you.
He said that
That's
was a
what he's
reluctant
supposed to say.
yes.
No, but that's what he's supposed to say. He's supposed to say yes, even though he ain't paying my damn taxes. I wouldn't. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so last week you didn't ask me. I went on a kind of a brunch breakfast date.
Oh yeah, yeah. I asked you.
You did?
Wait,
Oh,
we had the
okay.
podcast last week?
So no. Jordan
I
left
didn't think
last week. Jordan left last
Yeah.
week. They went to the airport, and then Monty went home, and I went out with this guy. Like he
I
said,
thought you said and I cried.
and then you talking about somebody who ain't been on a date in 1,000 years. But anyway, he said to me, "How about if you ever go to IKEA? How about we go to IKEA?" And I was like, "IKEA? Why am I? No, I don't go to IKEA unless I want furniture. Why am I in there?" So he says, he says to me, "Well, I go there once in a while because it makes me feel like home." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Is he
First, I
from
was like,
Sweden?
"Well, that's weird," but then
He's
no,
Swedish.
he's Danish. It's
Oh,
Swedish, but he's Danish, so
oh,
it's
okay.
part of one of those
Yeah,
Western,
probably close or
Eastern,
something.
yeah, Western European countries. So I was like, "Oh, all right." So I'll meet you at IKEA. So I met him at IKEA, and we walk around and stuff. And then I ended up having this other guy sit with us too, this older guy who was having coffee or something. But anyway, Khalil, we sat there. We were there from 11 to almost 5 o'clock.
Time. That's a good time.
Yes.
That means you were really able to explore the store.
Well, no, we were really just in the cafeteria all the time.
Their food is
Wow.
good.
You know what's cool about being in there? Because I haven't been in IKEA probably since my kids were little. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been a lot of years.
It's different. It's very different than what it used to be.
So what's great about meeting somebody at IKEA is it's not like going to Starbucks or Panera Bread, because after a while you're really been in there forever and you're noticeable that you're there forever. IKEA has such a large crowd and turnover. It's almost like you're constantly blending in. It's like
Yeah.
First you could walk the store, or you can just be sitting in the cafeteria. But I truly, at first I thought it was weird. But then I was like, this was pretty cool sitting in IKEA. It's so huge. There's so many people.
I think IKEA might be like a great first date.
It was. That's
It's
my point. I
it's like
didn't.
it's a museum, but like I can touch the paint. I can
Yes.
touch the work.
But is there a second date?
No.
Oh, okay.
I liked him. I did like him. But what I didn't like about him, I did like him. He was nice, all that other fun stuff. But like at one point when we're walking in this early on, he grabbed my hand. I said, "You can't hold my hand. I literally just met you. Like, don't touch me. Like, don't touch me. Like, don't hold. Why are you holding my hand? Like, this is not a thing."
Sam's
Sam's
laughing.
What?
Sam is laughing.
We're not a couple.
That's
Why are
gross.
you?
I just met you.
Or Sam, you with me, right?
Yeah, that's gross. Like that's
Like,
gross. You just
no,
met him.
no,
Like, why?
Okay,
What?
initially when he grabbed my hand, I was okay
Let me
because
see your earrings, Sam.
Oh yeah. Is a Mickey Mouse?
Oh,
Halloween.
is it a spider web?
Yeah.
It's like a
Oh, no.
it's a spider web with a spider. in the
Oh, is
center.
it? Yeah, I was like a spider web.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, go ahead.
initially when he grabbed my hand, it was not a problem because I get why he did it. You know how it gets crowded and he just kind of grabbed my hand like to pull me over.
Oh
But,
yeah.
when you're around a bunch of people and you just grab, okay, so he grabbed my hand, but then he wouldn't let go. I was like, yeah, no, let go. We're not. We're not a couple. Okay, this is not. We are not a couple. Then he kept touching me, like not touching me, just slightly touching me. And I'm like, if I told you not to hold my hand, I'm thinking, why do you keep touching me? But I let it go. I didn't say anything. He just, he would touch my shoulder, and I let it go. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be that girl. I'm not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. It's fine. So that's why I think when we were in there, he was getting food, something he was getting, and then this other guy I was talking to, he was at the table next to us, but then some people sat at his table, so I told him to sit with us. That's how we ended up with a second person sitting with us. But anyway, so then he came back to the table, and we actually had a good time, the three of us. I mean, he told us all about his country, which was pretty cool. I did enjoy that, but at the end of the day,
Danish? I don't
yeah,
know.
he's Dane. Even though he's been here like 20 years, he goes back every year. And
Oh, okay.
I said, "You're not American citizen?" He said, No. At the time that I came, you couldn't have dual citizenship." He said, "And I wasn't giving up my citizenship." But
So what? So he's on the visa, or just because he's been here for so long, he could just do?
no, when he came, you couldn't have dual citizenship, so he just got a visa, right? So he just keeps renewing it.
That's not hard to do. Not hard to do. But
No. I guess for him it's no big deal, but he's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, He goes back every
Probably
year.
easy for him because he's been here for 20 years. Like, yeah, we know you.
Yeah, he goes back. He goes back every year. So but I don't know. Something I just was like, I don't. You just okay, but I
How
don't
old
know.
is
I
he?
just it wasn't nothing wrong with him. I can't see what's wrong with him. I just wasn't really
How old is he, Mom?
same age as I am. So he was like, yeah. I mean, I was like, I said you, and it's funny. I said you look exactly like your picture. Like you look exactly like you. You know. He's like you look
And
exactly.
a lot of people do
Right,
not.
right. I said this is
A
a
lot of people do not.
right. He said you look. He told. He said you. He said you look exactly. He said, but you look better in person. I was like, oh, okay, well that's nice. He said.
Like,
Then he started saying like what you say, Khalil, because see, I haven't been on a date in like 30, 20 years. So he's like so many people, they give you pictures from like 20 years ago, or they weigh like 500 pounds. And he said just they're not the same.
yeah. So wait, so Sam.
The reason why, hold on, let me say the reason why I met him, like I had just met him 2 days before. I said, listen, I'm gonna meet you on Sunday because I'm not doing this texting back and forth forever. Because if I see you or you see me and we're not jiving, let's just end this shit now. All right, let's just keep this train going. So he said to me, I love that. I love that about you. He says, so many girls just want to keep texting and talking, texting. They don't want to meet up. I said, well, I want to meet up everybody. I just want to meet
hit
you
that
and move
on
on.
the nail. People don't want to really meet people. They just want to talk. Like, I literally think people are just bored and like at work, and it's like, I'm
That's
gonna
what
text. I
he
don't have time
said.
to text while I'm working.
Khalil, that's what
Yeah.
he said. He said that. He says the girls, women just want. Hey, Sam,
She's here.
how true is that?
I have had the same experience on the opposite side as well.
Oh, where they just want to talk.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's two-sided, 100%.
Oh, okay.
100%.
I think I don't know, like
I'm definitely a quote for that.
long
I did that before.
How long will it take before you meet up? Before you would meet up with somebody?
well, it all depends. So it all depends on how soon we can get on the phone and how soon we can FaceTime, so like I can actually like hear and talk to them a little bit, because I want to like talk to them first, so I'm not like I've had some interesting first conversations that have weeded out some weird first dates.
Yeah. So you do a pre-screening.
Yeah.
I don't think as a guy we have that luxury. Like really ours like pre-screening is the first date.
Oh. No,
So I would say this. So So I would say this because I have a question as well.
Mm-hmm.
Guys don't really have that luxury to be like, let's FaceTime and it like work well. Like
Especially if you don't have an iPhone. But go ahead.
that too.
It could be anything. You can do it through the app, but I just need to see your face and or be on the phone with you at least once before we actually like meet.
So what I'm saying is like I love that idea, but I think if guys like initiated that, or let's say like I want to do this before we move forward, you have a much higher failure rate than girls would.
Yeah,
like, significantly higher.
I agree. Like
So,
I get the talking, but the seeing, I really need to see you. Maybe because I'm new to the game, I need to see you so I can move on.
I get that.
I need to see you to move on. Like I can talk to you on the phone, but I need to see you to move on. Yeah.
If I had to give a time limit, it would be like you have 2 weekends. Like if I meet you, you have up to like the second Sunday. Otherwise, no. Like otherwise, like you're wasting my time. Like it's like
Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, I agree.
Week one, something could happen, but you really but you really planned like.
But I feel like
10 days, like a good 10 days. Like, all right, this is what we're doing.
Okay, but Sam, to my defense, because that's where I'm coming from, because I work different shifts than other people, I'm not available when other people are available.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I didn't get to really talk and stuff because if I had something going on that Saturday, it's like I'm playing catch up. I'm always playing tag. So
But I think that makes it even more important though, because then if that does work out with that person, you want to make sure that y'all have like that y'all can communicate throughout the day. So like even if y'all just talk on the phone for like 10, 15 minutes, like at least you can get the vibe because most people will tell you who they are like very quickly.
no, I get the phone. No, I get the phone
vocally
thing.
than like
I
texting.
totally
'Cause,
get the phone thing.
I am not the same person texting that I am like, on
Right.
the
I
phone.
know I'm not.
Just
Because
by
number one, I
nature.
can't spell.
Yeah, let's start off with that.
Let's start with the
Yeah.
basics. I can't spell.
Yeah, jokes come up a lot more differently. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. I love that idea. I wish that was like a thing.
But then I do like if we talk on the phone, then I'm just like, all right, so let's meet up. And then if it's like, oh, a lot of like, I don't know, like
Okay, once they start saying a little pushback, you're saying.
yeah, I'm just like, nah, I'm okay on this.
I
You know, it's
fully
funny.
approve of this message.
Well,
Yeah.
can I say one thing? Because see,
Yeah.
I'm new to the game with you guys. Some girl at work. She said, Danelle, make sure you're doing the reaching out. Don't go by some guy reaching out to you. Just hear me out first. She said because guys, they're just throwing everything out there because they don't get as much as women do. Women get all the hits. So therefore, you have to be the selective one. He's just throwing stuff out there because it's a numbers game.
Yeah, to see what sticks.
Right.
100%.
So
100%.
you do the it's you who picks. Don't think he picked you. He didn't really pick you. He's just playing a numbers game.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what the dating
Well,
app is, though.
I want to rephrase it. It's not. It's like. It's not that he picked you. It's like you're this. Like you are the only option. In a sense.
Right.
You know what I
Because
mean?
nobody
Like,
else. Right.
you
Okay.
are one of the few
I'm
that
over that,
responded. So it's like, I'm
Right,
doing whatever
okay.
I can. I'm throwing anything at the wall that sticks.
Right. Right.
You know what
Okay.
I
That's
mean?
basically what she's saying. She said, so
Yes.
you have to be discriminative. Don't think that you were special. It's just right. Like you said. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not special because he picked from a pool of a bunch of people. It's
Right.
like you're the only person. Like you picked him, so he feels special. It's
Okay.
like but it's like I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
I'm trying to put my best foot forward, and like men don't get the amount of reps I think women do at the beginning stages. You know what I mean? And that is the most like important.
Monty,
There's some
Monty,
truth
what?
behind that, but I don't know about that. I just know because before I was me and Sam, I
You were in a different pool, man, and we had this conversation.
I know, but obviously I couldn't pick Sam, but I was talking to other women, and I wasn't feeling them. That's me personally. I'm being honest.
You were playing in a different realm than what was the norm. We had this conversation, man.
Yeah, we did. I forgot the depth of it, but all this is. I forgot. But we have to go back to it. We have to go back to it. Me and you and Jordan.
That was weird. But what just happened? Sorry, but what I will say. Oh yeah, here's my question. I want to ask. So. It's funny how you brought up the picture, like you look just like your picture. Sam, when you saw Monty, did he look like his picture, like his like this? I don't think Monty looks like himself in pictures in my phone.
See, and Sam, like you, like even you, Sam, you look like you, but you kind of not like you.
Yeah, but you kind of don't. Yeah, like,
kind of not like you. Like I know me, like I don't look like. And personally, me, I have more energy than I have looks.
Hold on. There's a question.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
So I was just like, so.
She already told me. But you gotta hear this.
So yeah, he definitely looks better in person. He's in the pictures, but I didn't think the pictures were. I didn't think he was ugly. I just was like, all
right. Right.
But his profile was funny because you had jokes on there, and then you had like you said you put your dog in a seatbelt, and I was like, oh, okay, so he likes animals. I was like, he got jokes, and he said he actually had like a software joke, and I was like, oh, so that actually checks. And I know that software engineers like y'all got big brains, and like sometimes y'all just don't look good in pictures. So yeah, that's why I was like, it was funny. I liked your profile.
Now for
Yeah, see,
Sam, right? I thought she was a
I
lot.
like that she said the funny part because see that's what when a guy has something funny title or something, I'm almost in. He got me right there. As soon as he said something funny or wore something funny, I'm like sense of humor.
Yeah, he said his
Yeah,
level was just
you got to
JavaScript.
check that box somehow. No matter how big or how small, if you get you can be dying on the floor, or you can get a chuckle. It's a win.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That's a win.
Wait, well, how long did you guys talk before you met up?
We just talked about
Oh,
this.
we just
You
talked about it
just
today.
go
I
ahead.
forgot. All right, what did we say? Like, hold on, I'm trying to think. All right, like you talk. Go on, you talk.
So we matched on October, and so we were texting each other. He texted me. We matched on Halloween, and then he texted me on November the 1st.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then we actually got into like we had like some tension because we were talking back and forth for a couple of days, like from November 1st until November 11th. And I wanted to call him, and he was like, "No, I'd rather FaceTime." So then it kept getting like pushed back, and I was like, "Hey, so I don't know if we gonna be able to fit into each other's schedule. I want to FaceTime, but let's not push it back again." And we FaceTime like on the 12th or something like that, November, and then we met up twice before he went to Egypt.
So why were you pushing it back, Ronnie?
I forgot. I forgot why. It's been so long. I because I was thinking about work. Because honestly, I wanted to. All right. I knew this, so I didn't want to do the FaceTime after work because I knew two things. One, I'm either too tired to talk too long, and and when you do a FaceTime, it's always like like an initial pre-date. Like you actually seeing me now.
Yeah, it's a pre-screening.
Right. So I wanted to make it right, and I was kind of pushing it back, being lazy. And then I said, "All right, so let's do it on Saturday because Saturday is the day I'll be at my mom's place that Saturday, and I'll be there around like 1 or 12. I know that.
Yeah, potty.
And let's FaceTime.
You had to say the word, man. She just had to say potty. Not Monty. I think that's smart because like one is a good time to be like, okay, I can prepare myself.
Right.
You know, I go, yeah. Not that she smells you, but I gotta take a shower. I gotta look fresh. You know, I can pick my outfit. You know, I can figure out like where I'm gonna sit and clean up that area. You know, like the living room looks nice, but the kitchen looks like a bomb went off. But you know, I don't gotta show the kitchen. You know,
Right.
I go outside.
Sorry,
So-
I went outside, but I went too far from the internet.
Oh. And it's funny because like I'm just saying it out loud, but we all do that. You know, you try to put your best foot forward. So
Yeah, we all did. So we talked about like 2 hours, and
Wow.
So it's funny because like I'm gonna cut you off.
Well, Monty, did she look like herself to you? Did she look like her?
yes, the one thing that it did. Yeah, she did. The one thing that I didn't notice on her pictures is she had braces, and I thought they were cute. I didn't realize she had braces until we got on FaceTime.
Yeah, guys always think braces are cute.
Okay.
That is factual.
They do. Come on, Price.
I feel like I don't know. Seeing Sam and then her voice doesn't match. It's just I don't know. It's hard to explain.
My voice
Like,
doesn't
you know,
match.
like you know how you have like a preconceived like vision or like assumption of how people are, and then you meet them, and you're like, oh wait a minute, like,
Oh wait,
and
what
then
you
you're trying to
talking
like mold it to reality because like it's I don't, it's hard to explain. Like, it's not even your voice; it's like it's
in general
the way you speak. Like, how to explain it?
Come on, Price.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's like your witty comments almost. It's like, I like this. Like, I did not see that. I couldn't see that side of you, like in a picture.
Yeah, I don't show up well.
Wait, what did I miss? What did you say? She smells funny. What? That's not nice, Quill.
What?
No. What did you say?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. I said she smells funny.
No, what did you say?
Like from Sam's pictures, I would say, or like even just seeing her, like she has like witty comments, like almost like
Oh,
almost
right. It
kinda like
doesn't
one
match
line-
her. It doesn't match her face.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah, that's,
he's
yeah.
right.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We can work with this one.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's all we are. All
Yeah.
we do, like
Wait, y'all
somebody
like-
says
And not
something
only
that's
that, I don't know
2%
if we,
funny, and we just build on it.
but you
I
know
will-
what, Khalil? I don't think we expect that out of Monty.
What?
Like, I don't
Yeah,
think we
correct.
expect
Oh,
Monty.
wait, what my face seemed like? What was like I was
No,
on?
I don't think we expect Monty to date somebody who can banter, who's a good egg.
Who
Not that
can
she's not a good
banter?
egg,
That's
but
what it is. Who
but
can
but we
banter?
gotta, we gotta walk on eggshells or tiptoe or I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be the only person that Jordan would date because he would get bored. He'd be like,
Oh, that's a
like,
given. Oh,
yeah,
he ain't
like-
got a sense of humor. he's so over
yeah, it's
her.
over.
He's
so,
over
or at least take his sense. Like,
You
it's
know-
not even the sense of humor. It's appropriately respond to his sense of humor. That's
Have
what
you-
it is.
Have you had any spoken to Jordan?
No.
No, not you. Sam.
Who- oh.
Have you spoken to Jordan at all?
Yeah, we talked at the cookout.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's your take on Jordan?
He's chill.
Hmm.
That's all I got from him.
Oh, okay.
Jordan's the smart one, and this
Jordan-
and like the smart mouth in the
Jordan,
family.
Jordan-
is very
Jordan's-
unique.
Yeah. Jordan's almost, for me, he's like my Yoda
Yeah.
That's what he is.
with
Just,
a
Yeah.
smart ass comment.
right.
He just.
He wouldn't say he is.
No, but he knows it.
Y'all still didn't answer. Like, what y'all thought I was gonna sound like? Did it sound like
No, it's not that. It's not.
It's
Yeah.
not what
It's,
I thought you would sound like. It's just like that wasn't what I was expecting. Like I
Like
don't even
that-
know what to expect.
that
Like
personality. I don't. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to say it. I'm just gonna have to go there. I'm gonna have to say it.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna have to go there. See, we are not sure. Just some black people are just too much. So we kind of
Yeah.
thought you might be too much. Not so
Oh,
much
I thought the
ghetto.
opposite.
I'm not saying that. Just a bit much. Where they got the attitude. They just but you're more like us. You're just you.
Yeah, I mean,
Without
but then
Without the
that's-
hot sauce. Without the hot sauce.
nah, the hot sauce is there. It just
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
I thought
The
that-
hot sauce.
the
That's
hot
what
sauce
sauce
is
is
there.
under wraps. But the hot sauce is always in the bag metaphorically. It's just not on. It's just
Okay. Maybe you got a little something, okay, but just
doesn't show.
knowing the things that Monty says about you, it's still okay. It's still all good.
yeah. But it's not. It's funny
Because
because
when he told me how you, okay, this is when I was sold on you. When he told me how you were, he was talking or something, and you were kind of mimicking him.
oh,
Yeah, I forgot what I did. But it was funny.
Ah,
I just thought that's okay. This girl's got a sense of humor. You don't remember?
that's genius.
You don't
Yeah.
remember, Sam?
Hold on, I gotta think about hold on. It's like
Because you
forgot.
know how he talks with his hands and pulls his shirt, like you mimicked him.
yeah, I thought it
Monty's
was funny.
very animated. Monty can be very animated.
But you said you weren't, and you didn't even point it out to him. You were just doing it, and he picked up that you're mimicking me.
man, yeah.
I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny, and I just thought, okay, she's got a sense of humor.
I don't take too much seriously.
All right, it's an hour. All right, can we go?
All right.
You act like you got a paper to write.
Monty is so rude. He's so rude.
Like,
I blame
here's
his
my
parents.
problem
I
with this.
blame his parents. His parents, I'm not sure. His parents did should have done. I wish his parents did better. What are y'all doing for today?
We don't know yet.
It's an open house. Remember?
Y'all-
Monty is in the you know, like it's funny because like Monty said we gotta go, but like he's not prompting anything ever.
Yeah,
So clearly he doesn't really have a place to be.
he's just like I'm done. I'm done. Like I'm literally done, and that's it.
Look,
Yeah. Like,
look,
it
I
would've been-
forgot. I forgot. We gotta go to open house today.
No.
You buy why? You're looking for homes?
We're just like, no.
Oh,
It's just-
open houses are nice. They're nice.
That's it. You just
I was
look at
thinking of doing that
my
too.
cousin's a realtor, so like she sends me stuff in the portal.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't buy a house right now, not with the market. Wait till it's turning.
Oh, I can't.
It's slowly
Anyway,
turning.
because I just started a business. So, well, my new job, the job that I work for
How's
myself.
that working for you?
It's great, actually.
What part of it don't you like?
Going to work.
Oh, okay. So you don't mind? So you
I
like?
mean, it's like a little bit of fear about it because, like, there's always a little bit of fear. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm responsible for, logging my hours, for keeping up with my
But that's
miles.
what I mean. Do you not like that, the administrative part of it, or it doesn't matter?
I'm getting better at it. Like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just every so often you'll think like right now it's September, so you just have to count how many shifts you work each month. And so like right now, like sometimes I'll just have like a little spike of like, oh crap, I need to go find some more shifts for December. But the
Okay.
thing that's keeping me calm in those moments are that I know a lot of relief veterinarians now. I know, and they're all like women. They're all like women first, and then everybody's like all different rainbow hues, every races, and they're just like, I would never go back. So I know people who've done it for 2 years, 14 years, 7 years, 20 years. And I was like, do you ever feel like, oh my gosh, like I need to find some more jobs or some more shifts? And they're like, yeah. And they were like, but you'd never really get over that. But they was like, I wouldn't go back, and I'm doing fine with money. So
Okay.
I've talked to enough people to now know like this is just kind of how it goes,
Okay.
but it's gonna be okay because they've been in the same job and 20 years, 7 years. I was like, there's longevity.
Okay. And you're in a good market, so that helps. Geographically,
Yeah,
you're in
you
a good
are.
market.
Yeah,
And
but I
it's-
mean, even in North Carolina, like they have a shortage. So like, yeah.
Question: Like, how long have you been working as a vet? Like
5 years.
5 years. Do you feel like more people are getting pets than they have in the past? Because I feel like they are.
I think
And it's like-
COVID really broke the system because everybody got dogs because of the pandemic. So I think now there's probably going to be a little bit of less people getting pets,
Yeah.
but I still see the same amount of new puppies like almost every day. So like people, so I think it's about the same. The thing is now that these pets are more pricey because a lot of them have separation anxiety. So like that's what we're dealing with a lot now. Is like the COVID puppies, like they are terrified of their own shadow. They want to bite. Like, so
Wow.
like
Now, does that like bring more work in for you, or does that make like
it makes work a lot harder because like
Yeah.
I worked like all 3 days last week. I had animals that were trying to bite me and like lunge. So like it makes work a little bit more harder, but it also it's kind of good for us, I guess, because people need the medications for them. So like, it's kind of like the cough.
Okay. When you say the separation anxiety, are you saying because
Price does that.
they don't get out, or
It's just because for 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, these dogs were only in their house surrounded by their people 24/7.
okay.
So once everybody started going back to work, they couldn't be
Okay.
left alone, and they didn't like other people, and they didn't like other dogs.
Okay.
Let's do a case study real quick. Do you also think it's because like now, especially since COVID, like more apartment complexes are allowing dogs, and so now more people, like more dogs in like apartment complexes or confined areas that don't have like a backyard or anything. That's all they see. You know what I mean? Like even just like the lack of outside can affect that in some form or fashion because you can't run around and do everything. or wherever you go. So if you go from the apartment, even if you're lucky to have like a park or whatever, you're
Mhm.
restrained to a leash whenever you go outside. Like literally, the only time you're not on a leash is in the car when you're like not in the house. I wonder if that has something to do with it too.
I don't know. I mean, I think all the dogs need more exercise in general. I think they eat a lot and they don't get to go out and like get their energy out, and that definitely adds to it. But I think it's not that the hotel, the places are allowing more pets, because people were sneaking pets in anyway, even when they weren't allowed. Like, people have always had pets, regardless if the apartment knew about it or not.
Yeah.
I think it's more so that after COVID, like, we live in such an isolated society that people wanted more companionship. And so now people are like, if this ever happens again, I want to make sure that I have a pet in the house,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people didn't have that. And so at some point during the pandemic, you couldn't even find a dog because everybody had snatched them out. So I think people just want to make sure that they're not by themselves again in case of emergency. And so that's another reason why there's so many pets now. But people aren't equipped to have pets. They just got them just in case, I feel.
But I think that also with the economy turning, pets are the first thing people toss aside. So they may start having a surplus.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
I thought of that.
It always, the shelters always fluctuate. So like they're always they either go really empty or they go really full. So I feel like the people who want their pets are always going to still pay for their pets.
Not to mention, like, I feel like at a shelter you go from like having 2 dogs to like 7 because one of them had a litter. You know what I mean? It's like,
right, yeah.
What the heck? Like,
and then people
number.
Like a lot of people go to breeders a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's like,
is that good or bad?
It depends on if you did your research or not. Like, you got to ask your questions, because some people are backyard breeders and they don't care about the health of the puppies. They don't care about the health of the parent. They're just trying to get the money. Mm-hmm. And so like they'll sell people like a bunch of dogs that have a whole bunch of genetic problems just to get the money. So like it all depends. But like, I think anything is better than a puppy mill. Yeah. Because they definitely don't care about those dogs. They don't care about the parents at all. And once they're done, they just turn them out in the street. And it's like somebody will find them.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is interesting. So, sorry, you can ask a question. Fine, you don't want to
ask. No, that was it for me. I was just, I was just trying to take it all in because I know there's going to be a pop quiz later. So I wanted to make sure I was.
No, I just found it funny because like, I agree with the COVID thing, and I agree with the COVID thing, and then like you said, the companionship, and people are looking for dogs as companions. And I also think just because of the way the market is, like, I'll put it this way: I think that the vision, to an extent, it very much was the case. Like, a dog was like literally a dog's a man's best friend. So like associating a dog with a woman was like.
All right, Monty, let him finish his point.
Okay.
And then like, like especially with COVID, like that blew up. Like, I think we're at the point where like more girls have dogs now. Like you see them everywhere. I mean, like,
I think more women have dogs because women like to nurture mother things, and if they don't have a baby, they want a dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need love on. I need something to get the love out. Yeah.
That's basically it's a substitute.
Yeah. I need something to get the love out. And I got my pet.
Women tend to not have little dogs or dogs. That's why they always have little dogs when they got babies, right? They'll have it before and after, but not during. But yeah.
All right, Monty, go do what you.
All right, Monty, bye.
But we're going late. I'm just saying we're late. We're late. 20 minutes left.
Bye.
All right. See you guys. See you guys.
Look, bye. Look, Khalil.
Yeah.
He had nowhere to be, and now I'm late.
No.